everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports.
With that, it's time to crown the champion of the NFC. And to call the action, we send it to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Memphis Steamers and our home team. Two teams that don't like each other much. One will go to Super Bowl 53 as we're underway in the 2019 NFC title game. They'll start out here with the option left. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Now Wentz throwing on second down. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Grady Jarrett. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Working from the gun, Wentz. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the offense will take over. With a new set of downs. They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. A little educational piece. I know a lot of people hear 3-4, 4-3, etc. Take us through the 4-3, Charles.
Okay, 4-3. 4 down defensive linemen, usually 2 defensive tackles, 2 defensive ends. Behind them, the 3 those are the linebackers. The middle linebacker, often known as the Mike, with 2 outside linebackers, the Sam and the Will. There's your 4-3.
Sam on the strong side, Will on the weak side. He completes it to Peak. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the third down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up fourth down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. The last couple of drives have ended in punts. Maybe the crowd minds that, but you're a defensive guy. You're okay with a couple of punt drives.
Listen, I'm the guy that loves a 0-0 pitch game. All right, in baseball, I can handle that going into the 7th inning. I think the crowd, though, they want to see a little bit more excitement. Let's see if someone can break something free on offense and get going.
Offense at a premium, and nothing but daylight ahead. 30, 10, and touchdown. A great play there. 81 yards. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. In a game of this magnitude, it's always good to get out to a great start, but a game of this magnitude, you go up early, that's a big deal.
It's a huge deal. Psychologically, you now have the advantage as well as on the scoreboard. And also, it's a settling effect for your team. You're in it now. You've got the lead. Let's just go play some more ball.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. And it may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. They'll run it now out of the gun. And it'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, that run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to loft one, deep left side. He's got it at the 15. A big play there, 48 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Seven yards to go on 2nd down. First carry for Wendell Smallwood. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Don't forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he's able to hold on to the football.
On 3rd down, Webb. Hard throw, incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, maybe said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And Bryant's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
Bryant now, after hitting the field goal, gets set to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. They run with Pumphrey. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. On play action, it's Wentz. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And Jeffrey's got it. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the 1st. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. On 1st down, Wentz. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
Once again here on 2nd and 10. Jeffrey with a catch left side. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. And they're driving, but they come up on a 3rd and short here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed them for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
6 yards there on the pickup, and it'll be 1st down Eagles.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Throwing now is Wentz. Forced out to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
Well, my initial thought was that maybe he was just trying to blindly throw this one away, and maybe he was. But he's going to get away with it because as he tried to throw it over the left sideline there's a receiver right there in the area, so no grounding call.
Second down now after the incompletion. One yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Eagles on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Shotgun now for Wentz. Buying time to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked. By Keanu Neal. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back at the 16. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. off here to his running back. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Webb. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
This is fielded at the 27. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And the Eagles take possession. They start on the ground with Pumphrey. And the ball is knocked out. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Here's Webb. He'll buy some time right. And he's got room. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And again this time to the tailback. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Off the bootleg. Webb. Being chased out left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Timmy Jernigan in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it'll be 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
So the long field goal misses, and now the reverse. You're in a tough spot defensively. They'll start the drive at the 43. A handoff to start out the drive. It's Pumphrey. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. We'll be back with more in the NFC title bout after this. And the D looking like they may blitz. Wentz to throw on second down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
On every snap, a defense is trying to establish who they are, but on 3rd and short, that's really when you put it out there and tell people who you are, and that's exactly what they did. For the offense, they're looking at their offensive line and saying, guys, where are you? We need you on those plays.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. To throw, Webb. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. The offense on 3rd down tonight, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Gabriel, the man in motion. To throw on 3rd down. Webb. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he is knocked down from the side. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2. The kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They begin the drive with Pumphrey. So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
How did he stay on his feet? And he's brought down after a good gain. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Looking deep downfield. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Collins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Dances by at the 20. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
A play fake. Now Webb. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Off play action, it's Webb. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
All right, need you to check my eyes here. This entire unit defensively, I think, has looked really strong in the first half, especially in the secondary. They've been cohesive, fast to the football. We just saw another example arriving there to help knock that one away.
Off the play fake. Webb rolling to his right. On the run. He'll let it. And got his man. Complete. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. And now a first down following that long gain. Off play action. Webb looking deep for Gabriel. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they? When they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown. And this one, they help force another incompletion.
And he comes back with one complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 15 yards through the air and a first down. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So here they come, the road team now getting the football first to start this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And they rattle off a big one. 48 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect.
And he coughed it up. And it's picked up by the Eagles. Does the big boy have the juice? He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Yeah, they're outscoring him indeed with that score alone. Point after now from Sturgis. And it's up. It's good. Our score 14-6. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now this offense about ready to take over again. Shift together here from the D-line. Off the play fake. Webb, he's going to float this one deep right side. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Jones breaking into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sidney Jones. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk about football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They'll run again with Pumphrey. And some room to maneuver. Past the 20. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks, right at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running.
On the ground. The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Wentz. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. So the drive takes him inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now back out comes the offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8. Off play action. Webb looking deep for Gabriel. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. Going for the deep ball. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
I know exactly why he tried to throw the ball to Julio Jones there. He's never considered covered. He's either too fast or too strong. You always try and get it to him.
Especially on those deep passes. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Wentz now on 1st down. And some room to roam now. And he slides to avoid the hit. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Room to run past midfield. Caught right side is Jeffrey. And a big hit. Knocked down sideways. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, look at the juke. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Wentz now on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Gibson. And he'll be knocked down sideways at the 17-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. We are back now in Sacramento. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. They'll run it now out of the gun. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles add on to their lead. And oh, it's no good on the PAT. So they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Flushed out right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. So second and 10 here. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Off the play fake. Webb. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. Off play action. Webb. And a right side completion here by LaFell. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. The reception good for 7. It's third down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
All right, now look at. Now let's go. Gun.
From the gun on third down, Webb. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Fletcher Cox able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that'll bring up fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And Ingram holds it in. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
On 1st and 10, Webb. He's going to float this one deep right side. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Back to the air on second down. Webb. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. Chris Long. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Throwing on third and long. Webb. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up fourth down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
So the D-line's going to spread out. Try it here. He's back to throw. And over the middle, it's LaFell. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. Well, their first fourth down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any fourth down stop is a big momentum play.
They'll run it now with Pumphrey. A very tough run, but for a short gain out near the 32. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Again, it's Pumphrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's third down. The Eagles on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. And he'll give it here to his running back. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Here's Matt Bosher now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This will be fielded at the 17. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks at the 29. 12 yards on the return that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And he motions the wide receiver. On 1st down, it's Webb. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
And on 2nd and 10 now. Off the play fake. Webb. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. What will Webb try to do here after the sack as he brings his guys up 3rd and long? And the offense now will try to regroup after the sack on 2nd down. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now Webb, he's going to let it fly. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent. And now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. 2nd down and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. And there will be a break in the action here. They're going to take a timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 5. Working from the gun, Wentz. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee. Really a great season. Not a whole lot to hang their head about.
Not at all. And, you know, the winning side, they're so ecstatic. They're going to the Super Bowl. But for the guys that we're talking about, they've got to figure out how it's going to go next year. Are they going to be motivated by this loss? Or will this loss linger and really make them, make it tough for them to come out of the gate strong next year? Only time will tell. But they've got to find a way to use this loss and use it as motivation.